Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. And the starting group for the Spurs. Skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. And it's Gasol in at the pivot spot manning the middle. You have two teams that love to score out of the post, but they need enough space, Brent, to do it. What's the strategy here?
Sometimes it's not just about the space, Kevin, but it's about the timing of the cuts. When a guy has a post-up opportunity, if the defense is looking at that post-up player, if you move at the right time, you can really create some incredible space for that guy, not only to score, but to sometimes find cutters who sneak behind the eyes of the defense.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Henson sets a screen for Middleton. Henson with the screen. 5 on the clock. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in. Spurs working the ball around now. Green kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. Stolen by Bledsoe. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. In the corner, Snell with it. And Middleton kicks to Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Parker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open. Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Is shot by Middleton. Wide open. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Gasol is Green on Bledsoe. In the corner, it's Aldridge. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Think about Eric Bledsoe in the early part of his career as an understudy to Chris Paul out of college, learning from both him and Chauncey Billups. That ain't bad. Didn't come into his own until he was finally traded and became a full-time starter.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Milwaukee. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Here's the screen. And too long on the shot.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Kicks it out to Leonard. That shot off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Middleton for 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. You know, watching Giannis and how he's able to score out there, he isn't really a consistent shooter from deep.
Well, I think what's fascinating, Kevin, is that he's dominating the game from basically around 16 feet into the rim. And with that kind of length, that's basically one step around the defender, and all of a sudden he's a threat to score or do some damage with the pass.
Ginobili dishes to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. But they get it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here is Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. He dishes it to Middleton. Pushing their lead to double digits.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Stolen by Bledsoe. From deep. Middleton can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 10. Leonard. Aldridge left side. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Mills, he's checked in for Danny Green. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Milwaukee leading by 10. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And last season, Chris Middleton, Brent, missing most of the year with a torn hamstring.
Well, I don't think he ever quite really felt confident in what his body could provide for him last year, Kevin. And so tentative play, but a good sign for the Milwaukee Bucks that Chris Middleton will be a scoring option for them for sure.
Spurs trailed by 10, looking to end the drought.
Just another area where Kawhi continues to improve. One of the better free throw shooters in the league now, especially at the small forward spot. The passing of the torch in San Antonio is one of the more remarkable things about the NBA. And just as one superstar decides to retire, another one steps up and emerges as one of the best players in the league. That is Kawhi Leonard, becoming the franchise player.
Middleton for three. Drains the three-pointer. Oh!
No way.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Spurs trailed by 14. Ginobili with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Aldridge a screen. Kept alive. Parker with the steal. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Back to Brogdon. That's tipped. Leonard with the steal. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, with his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Parker inside, working on Gasol. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. 16 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. Aldridge with his screen on Bledsoe. To the middle. 1 second left. Chris Middleton has been on. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard, the two stars at the forward spots. Ginobili out there with Mills, and it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And Greg Popovich has led the Spurs to the playoffs in all 20 of the full seasons he's coached the team. But you know what, Brent? He always gives his players the credit.
Well, Pop knows that the players are the ones who deserve all of the accolades. There's no doubt that there's an appreciation for the way that Pop continues to put his team and each member of the team into situations where they collectively can compete every year. And it's not about just competing for the playoffs, Kevin. I'm talking about competing for titles. What a run that Greg Popovich has been on.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Bledsoe showing some confidence now, feels very much at ease shooting as soon as he touches the ball.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot. And one.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And 12 points for Chris Middleton.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. For 3, Middleton.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Leonard on the wing. He feeds it to Aldridge. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in. And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, at the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Stolen by Middleton.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Well, the D was there, but Parker too good.
San Antonio calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Well, the Spurs system hasn't changed through the years, but certainly some things being more emphasized than others. You had the post attack, certainly with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, and then it shifted to the drive and kick style with Manu and Tony Parker. And now they're back to playing the mid-range game with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Spurs trail by 12. Here's Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Middleton with it. Gasol covering. Rudy Gay on the wing. And then Gay with the jam.
You gotta love watching Gay just soar through the air. An amazing dunker who just relishes these opportunities.
And in the past, there's been a distaste for isolation basketball in the Spurs organization. But we're seeing more ISO ball running through Kawhi and Aldridge.
Well, they do a great job of passing out of the post, and mainly that's the reason why they use it. Force teams to come down as the ball gets closer to the rim and commit several defenders, and then the spacing takes over on the weak side. So they still utilize a pass-first style, and the isolation kind of sets up opportunities on the weak side.
Bledsoe dishes to Antetokounmpo. A 3-ball. Shot clock at 5. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Mills. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timeout called the Bucks. And the Spurs got Kawhi Leonard to be the next Bruce Bowen. But from his rookie season, I think Pop realized, Brent, he could be the face of the franchise.
Well, it's amazing that they had talked with that kind of regard for Kawhi Leonard after making the draft day trade and sending away George Hill. They felt like Kawhi Leonard could make that kind of progression. Now, I would also tell you that they had no idea he would become one of the more devastating players on the offensive end of the floor. But the work ethic was there, the size was there, and the fruits of the labor are paying off.
There's the screen.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
The Spurs have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Jason Terry, he's checked in for the Bucks.
I'll throw in the obligatory two-time champion, a remarkable big man, Pau Gasol, who continues to add to his career.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Parker. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And that's 13 points for Parker.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
A wide open look here for Terry. And that's not going to go. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Milwaukee on top, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Bucks leading by 4. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Terry. Then there's Parker. And it's Brogdon in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Feeds it to Leonard. Drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got the first basket of the second half here for the Spurs. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Wants to get it to Brogdon and does. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Leonard attacking. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Out left to the wing. Mills with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Down low. Double team on Aldridge. And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy two, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead. For San Antonio, they have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And Rudy Gay suffered the injury last season, but was still a wanted man when free agency rolled around, Greg, and San Antonio got him.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs made a big offer for him, and Gay felt it was the right fit. Interesting to see how his role develops in San Antonio this year. Still, there's a feeling that he's got a lot left in the tank.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Jason Terry. Gasol screen. Stolen by Terry. Kicks it down to Middleton. Now the feed to Terry. Here's Brogdon. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
2 on the clock. Middleton inside the three-point line. No good there off the double clutch.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Screened by Parker. Middleton outside.
I like the fact that Gasol is in the right spot there defensively, never wanting to give up anything that's easy.
Got a piece of it. Brogdon kicks to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal.
Inside. Kicks it out to Terry. Brogdon the pass to Parker. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost. It's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
Now here's Parker. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Terry outside. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Middleton gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times. Aldridge a screen. Mills dishes to Gay. Aldridge wide open. He fires. San Antonio again missing. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Shot to stop the run. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle to kind of power through the defense.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
Well, he gets blocked out is what happens. Good fundamentals taking advantage of the over-aggression on that play.
It's Parker with the drive. Kicks it to Middleton. Out to the wing. Mills with the steal. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
And the San Antonio Spurs, the #1 ranked defense in the league the last 2 seasons running, top 5 defensively for the last half decade. When you play the black and silver, you may end up black and blue.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Terry. Middleton with it. Gasol covering. Shot clocking, game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
The Spurs have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Bucks trail by 3. Screened by Parker. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. Free throw good. Mills.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
The dish to Middleton. Terry, that's a 2. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Spurs leading by 3. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for San Antonio. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
Pass to Gay. And here's Mills for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gasol with the steal. Aldridge left side. Spurs working the ball around now. And Gasol, here we go. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last timeout, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what the head coach of the Bucks said to his team. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that 3-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
And this is where all the years of experience come into play. Aldridge didn't enter the league with a great catch-and-shoot game, but he sure developed it.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Off the left rim and out.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 16th rebound on the night. And Mills kicks to Gay. To the paint. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And with the emergence of Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a secondary scorer in San Antonio. Brent, how do you like him in that role?
Well, I think that's where LaMarcus Aldridge really fits best, even in his time in Portland with the tremendous offensive output he had as one of the Blazers' greatest of all time. He's sometimes not leaned upon as being the primary scorer, even though that low block basically belongs to LaMarcus Aldridge.
Back to Terry. Stolen by Gay. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Rudy Gay on the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here's Leonard. Leonard with a screen on Antetokounmpo. That's good from Gay on the assist by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 assists in the game.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
Parker's shot is off.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Antetokounmpo passes to Parker.
The former #2 pick overall, Jabari Parker, demonstrating some real poise on that play, and that's an important bucket for the club.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. The pass to Gay. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 19 points for Gay.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Jason Terry. Bucks trail by 10. In the corner, Middleton with it. Parker sets the screen for Brogdon. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gay. Here's Parker. Good on the 13-footer. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Parker's scoring at a great clip right now, playing within the team's offensive schemes and taking some good quality shots.
Leonard attacking. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Brogdon.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Spurs.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for LaMarcus Aldridge.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And Gabe, just so difficult to guard. Skilled with his ability to shoot it, and still explosive at attacking the rim.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
This is to Middleton. Clock at 6. Over Gasol. Another miss by Middleton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Misses the shot. And so it's the Spurs with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the